Okay, let me share screen. Okay, I'll use my laptop pen. My Wacom the alignment is totally off today. Okay, when I tested, it was fine just now. All right, sorry to have wasted everyone's time. Let me just bring back the PowerPoint. Okay, let me remove my extended screen since the Wacom is not working. Okay, all right. Okay, let me share screen. Thank you for your patience. Okay, okay, fine. Actually, Nico, you're recording today's session. Actually, all lessons are actually recorded. All right. Okay, you should be able to see my screen already. So I'm not using Wacom, I'm just using my laptop straight away. So let me admit one more person, Sivaran. Okay, let me go to, okay, look for the person's name. The person who has just been admitted, can you help me find your name? I can't find your name here. Are you Harini?
Yeah.
Okay, can you rename yourself, please? All right. Okay, let's now start. Okay, so you were saying the answer is A. All right, so these two are fungi. Then obviously this is bird. So it's quite simple. All right. Now, can everybody type in the chat? Is fungi a plant? Right, quickly. Is fungi a plant? Good job. All right, most of you answers are correct. Let me see if there's anybody who give me the wrong answer. Is fungi a plant? Is fungi a plant? All correct answers. Nobody's giving me wrong answer. Well done, everyone. So fungi is not a plant. All right, fungi is not a plant. So this question one is so easy. So I don't want to waste too much time because I said I have 2 games to play with everyone today. All right, so which living thing is classified wrongly? All right, can you type into the chat? What is your answer? Okay, so most of you wrote bird's nest, fern, but some of you think the answer is moss. So I got moss, I got bird nest, fern, 2 different answers. Now this is where this question, you have to be very careful. Now I'm going to write here, all right? Now moss, okay, please pardon my handwriting. Moss is actually a plant. What kind of plant? Does moss have flowers? Can you all type in the chat, flowers or no flower? Moss. All right, no flower. Let me show you what moss look like. All right. Just a minute. Okay, you just have to type moss and then you go and click on image. Okay, this is how moss look like. Wow. Okay. So this is how moss look like. I'm closing the black window. Hang on. Okay. So you see all green. All right. So moss is definitely a plant. Does moss have flowers? In all this picture, you don't see any flowers. So moss is a non-flowering plant. All right, moss is a non-flowering plant, which I'm going to write here. All right, non, all right, flowering. Okay. All right, this is a I, non-flowering plant. All right, so moss is a plant, but orchid. How about orchid? Orchid is obviously a plant, and orchid, well, everyone knows is a flower. So orchid, it is a flowering plant. All right, so let me write here. So this one is a flowering plant. Obviously, because orchid is a flower, is in fact Singapore's national flower. It's a plant, and it's a plant that can flower. All right, so moss is non-flowering plant. Orchid is a flowering plant. So moss doesn't have flower, but orchid has flower. So it's correct to say they are both plants. So moss is a plant, orchid is a plant. The only difference is moss got no flowers, orchid has a flower. Then fungi, mushroom is a fungi. Bird's nest, fern, a fern. A fern should be a plant. All right, a fern is a plant. So take note. Okay. Okay, fern is a plant. Okay, is everybody clear? Right? So then we move on to the next question. So in other words, the answer is A. So some of you got it wrong. You thought it's B. All right, so fern is a plant. So fern, bird nest fern should be here. Okay, let's move on. Isabel left a packet of bread in the open. After a week, she found some black and white spots on the bread. So which one is true? So mole uses gills to breathe. Not true, right? Right? So mole doesn't need to use gills to breathe. All right. So it reproduces by spores. Now mole is a fungi. So fungi reproduce by spores. So it's correct. All right. So mole is a fungi. Fungi is not plant. Fungi is not animal. So it's correct. So fungi is not a plant. Fungi cannot make its own food. So fungi gets food from the bread it grows on. So the answer is B. All right. Okay. So it reproduces by spores. All right. For fungi. Okay. Now it uses gills to breathe. That sounds more like fish. All right. Fish uses the gills to breathe. Any questions so far? Okay, no, then we go on to question 4. All right. Now question 4 is question whereby there's many words, so you have to do it very slowly. So Anita glue bread mold on 2 slices of bread. All right. And then she left 1 piece of bread in the cupboard and 1 piece of bread on the window sill. Now, obviously, cupboard will not be so hot. All right. Whereas window sill is nearer to the sun, nearer to the sunlight. All right. So it will be hotter on the window sill. So 1 day later, she observed the bread again. Okay. Then no worries, Ata. The amount of mold on the slice in the cupboard increased while the slice on the windowsill looked the same. So there's more and more mold on the bread in the cupboard. So based on her observations, we can conclude. Now, some A, B, C, D, right? Some of the statements are correct, as in some of the statements are facts, but they are not based on the observation. So for example, let's look at A. Bread mold is a fungus. Is it true that mold is a fungus? All right, mold is a fungus. It's true, right? However, even though it is true, it is not a conclusion based on the observation. So I'm going to write here. All right, so A is true. But not a conclusion. All right, not a conclusion based on what you observe in the experiment. Okay, true, but not. That means it's true that mold is a fungus, but you cannot base on the observation that how do I know mold is a fungus? Doesn't mean there's more mold growing on the bread in the cupboard. That doesn't tell us that mold is a fungus. So A is a fact, is a true fact. It's not a conclusion based on your observations. Now B, sunlight affects the growth of bread. Is true. All right. The bread on the windowsill has more sunlight. The bread in the cupboard has less sunlight. So it's about how much sunlight you have on the bread. So sunlight affects the growth of bread mold. So it is true. All right. Now C, bread mold is not a living thing. All right. Is it true? So bread mold is definitely a living thing, right? Mold is a fungi. Fungi is a living thing. Okay, fungi is a living thing. Okay. Yeast is a living thing. Mushroom is a living thing. Plants are living things. Mold is not a plant, but it's still a living thing. Okay, mold is not a plant. Mold is a fungi. All right, mold is a fungi. All fungi are living things. All right, and all bacteria are living things. Okay. Now, next, the bread the mold reproduce in the cupboard is true. That's reproduce means more and more. All right, just like they make babies. Okay, so there'll be more and more mold. All right, reproduce means more and more. So it is true. So the answer is B and D. Any questions so far? Right, now I will stop here and I'm going to ask everybody, can you name me? Okay, I'm going to type my question into the chat. See who is the first person who can give me the answer. Okay, give me, okay, what are the 4 groups of living things? All right, my question is in the chat already. See who's the first person who can answer correctly. What are the 4 groups of living things? Some of you, how come I got one Barbie girl? Can you please make sure you rename yourself so that I know who it is? All right, although Barbie girl is interesting. Okay, so some of you only give me 1. Atta, well done. All right, you give me 4. And then Hanushka, how come only 1? I got 4 groups. Darius, you only gave me 3. Short of 1 that start with B. Short of 1 that start with B for Darius. All right. Hang on, Bella. Bella, insect is under animal. There are many types of animal. All right, there are many types of animals. Insect is already inside, is one of the animal groups. All right, so you will still need 1 more. All right, that start with B. Bella, you're sure of 1 living thing group that start with B. All right. Then Harini, mammals, fish all come under mammals, fish are all animals. So you only give me 1, animals. Animals are living things. Other than animals are living things, what are the other 3 types of living things? So Harini, you only got 1 mark out of 4 marks. Try again. All right. So animals are living things. Other than animals, what other living things are there? Mammals and fish already are living. And mammals and fish come under animals. All right. So you actually only answered 1, animals. Right, so I need 3 more answers from Harini. Okay, Hanushka, fungi, you only give me 1. Sanvi, good job, you have everything. All right. Irana, you have everything. Now, Hanushka, if your reply is, can you put in 1 line? If not, your answers will be some on top, some below. I won't be able to combine your answers together. All right, so please type as 1 line. Jia En. Now, Jia En, you see, you wrote down birds and fish, but birds and fish already come under animals. So you only gave me 2 answers. You get 2 marks out of 4 marks, Jia En. All right, so you are short of 2 more groups of living things that start with B and P. B and P for Jia En. Birds and fish are wrong because birds and fish are inside animals. Okay. Eldon, good job. Siri, good job. Bella, good job. Okay. Funny, actually, it's funny boys are popular. That is the memory aid. All right, funny boys are popular. Hanushka, good job. Okay, so I went through this last week's lesson if you were with me. All right, Eldon, good job. Okay, all right. So Harini, people, no, people come under animals. All right. So you have you're short of 1. So Harini got 3 out of 4. People already come under animals. Okay. So Hanushka, correct. All right, well done. Okay. So in other words, I hope everybody knows that there are 4 groups of living things. So I'm going to, okay, let me see if I have space. Next page. Okay, I don't have space. Now I'm going to new share. Okay, whiteboard. So in other words, you just remember your funny boys are popular. All right. I told you already, my father always crack jokes. He's very funny. So my father is my funny boy and he's popular with me. All right. So I'm talking about groups of living things. All right. So groups of living things. There are 4 groups of living things, and these 4 groups of living things is fungi. Please draw this on your piece of paper. As I'm drawing, please follow me. Bacteria. A stands for animal, and P stands for plant. All right. So the groups of living things, let me change. So this is a groups of living